Hello, Taylor Ellwood here, and welcome to Magical Experiments. And thought I would wrap up the curse series here that I've been sharing with all of you with a final video on how to counter curse. So let's say you have someone who is throwing a curse at you. One of the things that you might want to look at doing is counter cursing the person, and you also may want to look at how you can take that curse that they're throwing at you and turn it into an opportunity or advantage for you. Either way, we're going to get you, we got you covered in this video. So the way that I approach counter cursing is I approach it from the perspective of if someone is throwing a curse at me, I want to take the curse that they're putting at me and turn it inside out and basically redirect it back at them if I can. Now, some people like to do this with mirror work, and I think mirror work is a good way to handle it. But my own personal favorite approach is to take the effect of the curse once I felt into it and basically use it to trace it all the way back to the person who put the curse on me in the first place. And then what I'll do is I will invert the curse and reverse it on them so that it's going back toward them. Because here's the interesting thing. Again, remember that what I talked about is that for the most part with cursing, unless you're really good at it, you're going to have a tendency to link yourself to that other person. And the problem of linking yourself to the other person is that when you're linked to the other person, there is a connection that's going both ways. And that connection that goes both ways means that if they're smart enough and know what they're doing, they can turn it around on you. This is one of the reasons why I personally don't prefer to do cursing in general, because it's like, well, why even take that risk? Granted, if you know how to tie off the magical working so that it doesn't go back to you, then you can probably skip home free. But the fact of the matter is that also takes some really delicate work. So typically, if I've discovered that someone's cursed me, what I'll do is I'll reverse it, and then I'll tie it off, and basically let them deal with their own karma and their own issues as a result. And how it'll work is that even if they've used like if they've used a physical object or container or done some kind of physical working, I may not know exactly what they've done, but I can take the energy of it and create a working. And typically what I would do is I would do like a crossroads working, because crossroads is kind of the perfect place. It's you're at the crossroads of space and time. You're at the crossroads of the directions and the past, present, and future. And so you can connect into that crossroad, and you found what they've done, and you can trace it back to them, and then you can redirect the curse to go back toward them so that they can basically reap the rewards of their own maliciousness. Another approach that I'll take with counter cursing is I'll set up a protection working where if someone were to throw a curse my way, that curse would activate that curse would get activated by or would activate the protection. And the protection, what it'll do is it'll feed off of the curse. It'll take out the negativity and recycle it and then take the raw energy of it and feed it into the protection magic that I have, or feed it into other magical workings or other magical workings that I'm doing. In fact, this is a really handy way of quote unquote digesting and redirecting the energies. Like if you're going to have someone who is going to throw something at you, take it and turn it into fuel for your work. I think this is a great form of counter cursing. It's not even really counter cursing them so much as it's taking the curse and turning it into something that benefits you. And I'm a big believer in, if someone wants to send something my way, why not take it and turn it into a benefit? The beauty of it is that you set your protection magic up, your shields or whatever, you program them with the idea that if someone's throwing something at you, that negativity is going to itself it'll activate your protection, and you'll have your protection magic set up so that it's activated in with the understanding that someone is sending something negative your way. and it'll feed off of the negativity or off the energy, and it'll take the negativity itself and recycle it. What I have it do is the protection magic filters the negativity out, and then the negativity itself becomes byproduct. And typically, what I do at that point is I like to do excretion magic, which is basically you go to bathroom and you take that negativity that that person sent, and you just shit it out. You send it out into the toilet. Excretion magic is a great way of letting go of negativity in your life from that someone else has sent you. It's also a great way to quote unquote not just flush it down the toilet and let it go away, but also to send it right back to the person. They've tried to take a dump on you, and instead you're taking their negativity and you're flushing it down and you're flushing it away from you and redirecting it back toward them. And at the same time, you've taken away the energy that they've put into the work. So that way it feeds your overall magic and helps you create a much happier and easier life. So that's my final video on this series. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and thanks for watching.